Did you ever get a parking ticket you thought you didn't deserve? Our NBC4 investigation reveals how the city of LA could be writing millions of dollars in bogus parking tickets. Hi once again, everyone. I'm Colleen Williams.
And I'm Chuck Henry. Get right to it. And here is joining us now is investigative reporter Joel Grover with his exclusive report. Joel.
Well, Chuck and Colleen, in this bad economy, insiders tell us the city is pushing officers harder than ever to write more parking tickets. Our investigation has discovered that thousands of those tickets could be unfair. And even if you got a ticket that you didn't deserve, chances are you'll still have to pay for it. It's something we all find frustrating, getting a parking ticket, especially one you don't deserve.
I think we're being robbed.
Like getting a ticket at a broken meter, or getting a ticket at a location where you've never even been.
They're issuing me a ticket. I was nowhere near the area.
Our investigation began when we obtained internal records of all tickets written this year at parking meters. Our analysis found over 17,000 of those tickets were written at meters that were reported to the city as broken. 3 times in the last year, SCAM.wmv says he parked at meters that said failed, and he got ticketed.
If the meter said fail, why would I get a ticket?
It's not supposed to be this way. Can't you see the meter has failed? It says fail.
Yeah, no, it's failed.
It was 11 years ago that I first exposed how LA traffic officers were often writing tickets at broken meters.
So you're leaving the ticket?
No, sure.
So the city created this policy, forbidding officers from writing tickets at broken meters. But they're still doing it all the time. Watch what happens when we had an NBC4 researcher park her car at this meter on La Brea. Sometimes it said fail. Sometimes it appeared to work, and sometimes when we put money in it, it didn't give us any time. So our person put a note on the meter, but minutes later, this officer pulls up and tickets her car. And our investigation found the city is writing other types of unfair tickets. We obtained the city's internal error reports, which show officers are making thousands of errors when writing parking tickets.
I couldn't believe it.
Like the ticket Malteriquez got on February 11th, 2009. It said his car was black, but it's silver. It listed his vehicle as a passenger car, but it's a minivan. And it didn't even contain his VIN, which is required by law to be on every ticket. He was ticketed for parking here at an expired meter on Venice Boulevard.
Were you parked on Venice Boulevard on February 11th?
I was not.
In fact, he was in Orange County, not LA. And he had the phone records and emails to prove it.
They're going to issue a ticket, whether it's rightly accused or incorrectly issued, and then they're going to expect for a person to pay for it.
When he first appealed, the city upheld his citation as valid. Only after he took a day off work to go to a hearing did he get his ticket thrown out. And when SCAM.wmv got this ticket at a meter he said was broken, he too appealed it. But again, the city upheld his ticket as valid, even though internal records show city workers have found that same meter broken 11 times in the last year. And we found it still says fail.
I have to pay a ticket that I don't deserve to pay. They know that, so I'm being robbed.
Our primary responsibility is issuing parking citations.
That's the head of LA's parking enforcement last February, Chief Jimmy Price, who I've interviewed many times about questionable parking tickets.
I should not get a ticket.
You should not.
But for this investigation, LA's Department of Transportation refused to let Chief Price or anyone else answer our questions.
I would think they would want to be up front.
City Councilman Bernard Parks, who began his career as a traffic officer, now has some questions of his own for parking enforcement.
It's not fair if people are being cited inappropriately. It's no different than pulling somebody over for no probable cause.
I think it's outrageous.
And City Controller Wendy Gruhl tells us she now plans to audit LA's parking ticket program.
In the city of Los Angeles, we need to treat our residents fairly.
The controller wants answers to some of the same questions that NBC4 wanted to ask of the people responsible for issuing $31 million a year of tickets at meters.
To me, it's unacceptable that no one would want to respond to questions being asked.
So how can you fight a ticket that you got at a broken meter?
Just a minute.
At a failed meter, call the phone number posted on the meter or call 311 and report that the meter isn't working. That way the city has a record that the meter had a problem at the time the ticket was issued. All that, keep in mind, insiders tell me the appeal system is still stacked against you, and it's designed to get you to pay your ticket rather than fight it.
Is it legal to park at a meter that doesn't work?
It is absolutely legal. You can only park there for the time limit posted. So if it says 2-hour parking, you are allowed to park there free for 2 hours.
And what about writing the note like the intern did? Is that okay?
Yeah.
You can write a note, say this meter doesn't work?
The city actually, if you call 311 or call their meter shop, they recommend that you put a note on the meter or put a bag over it just to let the traffic officer know, to remind them that it's a broken meter. But as you saw,
You still take your
that doesn't always
chances.
work.
Yeah.
Carry some bags around with you. Good. Thank you, Joel. Joel's story is, of course, generating a